good morning to you, our viewers, and welcome to a Monday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, where we unwrap to you the headline pick and delve deep into the story pick. Not only that, we touch on the health and fitness as well as our sports segments and what's trending on social media. Um, Today is an amazing day. I'm joined by Uncle hosting with someone different, and I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Thank you so much. Good evening, good morning. This is Meshach Njakwa Edgars, and it's good to be here.
Good to have you. And I think he really had a lovely weekend. How was your weekend,
My
by the way?
weekend was everything good.
Everything good. Amazing. And you look amazing.
Thank you so much. So do you. There was some
Thank
church
you.
in there. We prayed for you. We prayed for the breakfast show.
Indeed, they did. He did.
And we prayed for the viewer. Don't forget, you can always be interactive using our comment section on our various social media platforms. Remember, we are bringing this for you, right?
Yes, we are. I'm your host, Amina Mutambo. Right now, we get into our headline pick, and today's headlines: President Hakainde Hichilema engages students on the Copper Belt. Police vow justice after 13 houses burnt in Serenge. And Minister of Tourism wins Global Conservation Awards. Right about now, we take a short break. Do join us on the other side as we get into our story pick.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For Classic Fitness Minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
Trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Mwanamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Good morning once again, and thank you so much for staying tuned to ICU TV Breakfast Show. We're here to keep you informed and inspired with the latest news and current affairs in Zambia and beyond. And right about now, we go straight into the stories making headlines.
And our first story: President Hakainde Hichilema arrived on the Copperbelt province for a one-day working visit. The head of state landed at Simon Mwansakapwepwe International Airport in Ndola yesterday and was received by Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Mutambo and other government officials. Well, Meshach Fune gives us more details in the following report.
President Hakainde Hichilema has today landed at time on Mwantsakapwepwe International Airport in Ndola for a one-day working visit on the Copperbelt province. The head of state was received upon arrival by Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Mutambo, senior government officials and other provincial leaders. Shortly after arrival, President Hichilema proceeded to St. Joseph of Cupertino Catholic Church at Chifubu Parish in Ndola district, where he attended a church service. During the service, the president emphasized the importance of oneness, unity and love among citizens. He called on Zambians to remain united regardless of political, tribal or social differences, stressing that national development can only be achieved through togetherness.
It does not matter what church we go to. The body of Christ is one. We are all brought together under one God, the Almighty.
The president also expressed a gratitude to the Catholic Church for its continued charity works and contribution to community development.
The health services that this church provides. These are the services that the government should provide, but the church is there. We must appreciate that. We do appreciate that.
He commended the church for supporting vulnerable members of society and partnering with government in promoting social welfare and moral values. Following the church service, the president later flew to Quito for a community engagement at Arthur Davis Stadium in Ndeke Township. The community engagement is expected to provide an opportunity for residents to interact with the head of state and discuss issues affecting the Copperbelt province. Additionally, President Hichilema reiterated government's continued support to students across the country, reaffirming his administration's commitments to expanding access to education, improving learning conditions, and ensuring that no learner is left behind.
Sotsana, 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 Sotsana. Oh, the students, Sotsana, 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 Sotsana. Thank you very much. Let me remind you, when I say one Zambia, you must answer one nation.
President Hichilema is scheduled to return to Lusaka after concluding his engagements. Reporting for ICU TV on the Copperbelt, I am Fune Meshach.
Meshach, the president was in Ndola yesterday on a work visit, and he visited the Catholic Church in Chifubu.
Yes.
Is there anything our viewers might have missed from the work visit, or something the viewers should know?
Oh, I love the fact that Ndola gave the Republican president a warm welcome.
It did.
And as he worshipped with the Catholic Church in Chifubu, he made mention of certain things. You know, where charity works are concerned, looking after the needy in society, the president really expressed gratitude to the Catholic Church for, the charity works and
always joining in with government.
Exactly,
yes.
The moral values. I think that is the duty of the church, if you ask me.
It is. Let's ensure to be kind, let's support, and let's be there for one another as a church, as an individual, and to our friends.
And I love what the president said, and I'm sure our viewers can agree with us in the report that we just played. The president said it doesn't matter the church you go to. We are one, whether you are SDA like my colleague Amina, whether you are Bread of Life like myself. We are all one, because Zambia at the end of the day is a Christian nation.
We are a Christian nation. So in as much as we all go to different churches, we are one. We worship the same God.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, in other news, the Zambia Police Service has warned that anyone found guilty or found involved in burning 13 houses in Kapumbu, Serenje District, Central Province, will be prosecuted. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi said the incident reported on November 6th, 2025 is being investigated as a case of arson. Now the officers have, I beg your pardon, now the officers have visited the scene and are monitoring the case closely through the Serenje police station. Mr. Chilabi emphasized that investigations are ongoing and the key witness is yet to make a statement. He reaffirmed that all those found responsible will be brought to justice, stressing that no law in Zambia permits the burning of homes and that the police treat this as a serious offense. More in the following report.
This is the matter that we are closely following at Zambia Police Service through Serenje Police Station. We received this complaint pertaining to this matter. We treat this as a case of arson at Zambia Police Service. The immediate it happened, our officers visited the scene. The scene was processed. As at now, investigations are ongoing. Except that the woman in question in this, we are yet to record a statement from our Zambia Police Service. So wherever she is, we request that let her come to the police station. We record the statement. Her statement is vital in this matter. So our investigations once more are ongoing, and we'll make sure that all those found wanting with regard to this incident will be brought to book. There is no law in Zambia that justifies that anyone can do such a thing unlawfully without consent. So we treat this as an offense from the Zambia police perspective, and we'll make sure that all those that were found wanting with regard to this incident are brought to book.
Well, quite a sad development.
Sad indeed.
How does one just come to the conclusion of burning 13 houses?
13 is a lot if you ask me for houses. And how would someone be so ruthless to just, burn down houses? And what if we had people in the houses?
Exactly my question. And that is, an enemy of development. Imagine the process for one to just establish a fully fledged house and then you burn it down to ashes.
It's very costly, and not only that, also it's a drawback to individuals, the owners of the houses, because now this is you losing property. There's a lot of things in the house that you have to start from scratch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really feel for them, and I'm glad that the law is definitely taking its course. And in case you're watching, let's not, resort to arson because it's a criminal offense. The law will mercilessly land on you. In case you have disputes in your home or you can't agree on certain things, there is always a better way to resolve problems.
I agree with you. And yes, you're watching us live on ICU TV. Let's get interactive. Leave us your comments in the comment section and we will be able to read out your comments. On to the next story we have today. Minister of Tourism, Rodney Sikumba, has won the 2026 Legislator of the Year award from Safari Club International. The award recognizes his leadership in wildlife conservation and the promotion of sustainable hunting for future generations. The award was presented at the Music City Convention Center in Nashville, United States of America. During the annual SCI convention, the event is one of the world's largest gatherings of conservationists, policymakers, tourism leaders, and industry stakeholders. The SCI Legislator of the Year award is given each year to a global leader who shows strong commitment to science-based conservation, progressive policy development, and sustainable use of wildlife resources. Let's hear more on the following report.
In Zambia, I must make mention, conservation is not a slogan. It is survival, it is stewardship, and it is responsibility. We know how blessed we are. We understand that our wildlife is not just Zambia's heritage, but it is the world's heritage. And under the leadership of my President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, our government's unwavering in its commitment to protect and to keep it safe, sustainable, and beneficial to communities who live extremely.
That's a win for Zambia. Our Minister of Tourism was recognized and won an award internationally.
Definitely. I mean, we're doing something as a nation, and congratulations to Honorable Rodney Sikumba. That means a lot.
It does.
Having to be recognized at an international level is not just selling him as an individual, but I'm glad that he's bearing the flag of Zambia on his shoulders.
I agree with you. Yes, you're watching us live on ICU TV. That's on Facebook and YouTube. That's ICU TV. Do leave us your comments in the comment section. We will be able to read them out. Right now, we go on a break, and coming up we go on our health and fitness desk.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With aim to achieve a future so bright with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
Trending now. What's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Erjemwanamajende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Welcome back. You're still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show here in the heart of Chalala, Ocean Tumbu Road, in our Chalala studios. Right now, we are on our health and fitness segment. Meshach, what do we have to do on our health and fitness segment?
Well, we have a lot to unpack. We have hydration, we have good sleep, we have staying away from self-medication because, dear viewer, you can also tell us what are some of the things that you've been doing. What are you guilty of? Are you guilty of self-medication?
No. On that one, I am not guilty. Self-medication is just medication in general. No.
Please refrain from self-medication. Well, we are getting right into it, and this morning on our ICU TV's Breakfast Show, we bring to you live self-health tips that can be of help to you even in the comfort of your home. So the first thing is you need to hydrate. At least begin your morning with a cup of water, be it hot or room temperature, or better still lukewarm. Yeah, to just get yourself started, because I'm sure my viewer can agree with us to say a good percentage of our body consists of fluid.
Water.
So
yes.
without water, I think we can die.
Yes, we can. And it's advised that you take at least 2.5 liters of water every day. So to start on a good note, let's drink water early in the morning. I think maybe even 5-10 minutes after we wake up.
Literally.
Yes,
Yeah.
because water is important, water is life. So let's ensure to hydrate our bodies for good looking skin, as well as just keeping healthy.
Exactly, and most of the things, just like I said in my preamble, they just zero in on the intake of water in your body.
do.
Blood itself, blood is water. So I think there are few indicators that have been established to say how much water do I have in my body. You would see the color of your urine will be so yellow, and in case you're such a one watching us right now, just make sure you take in as much water as possible. But I've come across a number of individuals that say water doesn't do well for them. They feel like throwing up and whatnot.
Well, a few are those, but yes, I would urge them to still take water.
Exactly.
At least if not 2.5, maybe we can reduce it to a liter, and not taking a lot of it at once, like maybe at least 500 meals. Yeah, 500 meals in the morning, maybe after 6 hours, and another in the evening. I think that would work.
And it's always advisable for those that can't take water. You know what I'm talking about. It's always advisable to substitute that with the fluids. It can be juices. Make sure whatever you're taking is healthy, and make use of watermelon. Everything that can replenish your body with the much needed fluids. And moving on from that, we are facing the risk of cholera, so it's only right that we wash our hands.
Very important. Not only wash our hands with water, but wash your hands with clean water and soap. As we always say, warm the food. Always cover your food after plating out. Always cover your food. Warm your food before having it to kill the germs. We don't want to have more cholera cases and people dying from cholera. So ensure to take all the necessary precautions. Wash your hands after using the bathroom, or after we move around in a lot of places and we're catching a lot of things. After we go to the shops, a lot of people have touched the many things they're touching. So ensure you wash your hands after getting home, not only with water but with soap and clean water. For the drinking water, ensure you boil it and let it cool, or add chlorine to your water. It's safe that way.
Definitely. And the acting Minister of Health, Honorable Cornelius Mwitwa, had a press briefing a few days ago. He was talking about the detection of polio virus type 2. And let's see to it. This is going to the parents, all the brothers and all the sisters. Let's make sure that our children are vaccinated. In case you notice a certain, anything weird, let's refrain from, no, my grandmother did that. Times have changed. It's only right that we go to the health facilities where we have trained personnel to determine what's really going on.
That's true. Every time we see any symptoms of not so common, let's ensure we visit our nearest health facilities. It's important that we do so that we can prevent, the cases from advancing.
Exactly, because it will be very, very unfortunate. So let's guard and protect our kids with utmost care and attention. And I'm leading by example.
Of course, it is.
Exactly. So we will be talking about self-medication with Amina right now. It is not advisable. Please refrain. It's so much easy, and a lot of people, especially those that are living in Chalala. So nikaenda ku level 1 kuja kuchilenje, but at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you do not self-medicate. One thing is for sure. When you are taking, and I'm speaking this with a solid background in the health fraternity, your body tends to become resistant.
It does.
Panadol,
so talking of that, there are those medicines that you have to take in a course.
Exactly.
And then once you start taking that medication and then you pause it, the body now resists in the future. When you have such a case and then you take it, your body won't recognize that medicine because it will be something normal. Because for most of us, once we start taking medication and we feel, I feel better now, we stop, we don't finish the course. So it's important. Yes, it's advisable to have your own kits, like you have your painkillers and everything, like the first aid box, but let's not abuse the medicines, because you have individuals who just, oh no, I have a backache, you take 2-3 pills of 2-3 painkillers. No, let's not do that. Let's ensure at least to visit a pharmacist or call them. Now we have we can reach the hospitals, the clinics through on their phone lines. They have WhatsApp channels as well as contact numbers. We are able to contact them and they'll be able to advise us on how we can, the intake of the medication. So let's ensure to seek professional advice on how we take our medication.
Exactly, because our bodies can be so sensitive at times. And let's talk about dietary needs of a body. How balanced is a balanced diet? Do I just need to just go to the shop, get myself some sausages, after that get myself some meat, and begin to chop by the chopper by the chopper?
At least a balanced diet should consist of each of at least equal percentages. We should have carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins. Yes.
And graphages.
Yes, because that helps in our digestion. So let's ensure to have a balanced diet. At least a shawarma is a balanced diet.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
No, it is, but let's not, a carbohydrate to my vegetables. We have to my eggs for the protein.
Exactly.
I know we love quick meals, but let's also know that these junk foods are not very good for our health.
Exactly. And the funny thing about the body is it tends to respond to what you've been doing in the long run. So you think, no, just because I'm a student, I'm a career woman, I'm a career man, I don't have time to cook. Nowadays, I think life has become a little easier because you can always do your meal preps. When you prep your meals, you pack them properly, and load shedding nowadays, it's a thing on
the other side. So you can still store your food in your refrigerator and take it out when you want to eat and warm it. We've been talking health. We've talked about hydration. We've talked about self-medication. What's the other one?
So the other one, before we let you go on a break, we'll have to talk about showering.
Before we get to the showering, let's hear from you, our viewers, in the comments section. How often do you hydrate? When last did you have a balanced meal? Also, have you been taking medication? So have you been self-medicating? Let's get interactive in the comment section.
Or better still, what are you having for breakfast? What are you having for lunch? Or what are you having for dinner?
Good one. Tell us what you're having for breakfast this morning.
Exactly. And one of the underrated health hacks and activities is frequent showers.
Showers are very, very important. Yes.
Very, very important. After a busy day, the body tends to shed itself in so many ways. You sweat, your skin is dying. These things, the funny thing is, you can barely or you cannot see them with your naked eyes. But it's always the small things that matter. When you take a shower, when you take a bath, your body is revived.
At least bath 2 to 3 times a day. It's important that we bath 2 to 3 times a day. It's very important.
I'm loving the emphasis.
Yes, bath 2 to 3 times a day. In the morning, at least before you go to bed, take a bath. It won't be nice. You're moving and people are turning, they're turning left, right, center.
Exactly.
Let's ensure to bath so that we do not affect the next person.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, you are still watching the ICU TV's Breakfast Show today, Monday, 23rd day of the second month of 2026. We go for another set of commercials, and on the other side, we have a sports news item as well as a fitness minute.
and you're still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show Monday edition. Today is the 23rd of February 2026. Tell us how your month has been thus far. And right now we go into our sports segment where the Zambia Copper Queens were held to a goalless draw by Zimbabwe women's national team in their group stage match at Seshego Stadium during the Hollywood Bets COSAPA Women's Championship 2025. The defending champions entered, I beg your pardon, the defending champions entered the match aiming to build on their opening win and secure vital points to stay on top of the group. Zimbabwe played strongly, securing a point and keeping their own chances on advancing in the tournament. Meshach, our Copper Queens were playing, and I think this is the second match they were having on the Hollywood Bets 2025 COSAFA Championship. We saw in the last match that was held, they beat Botswana 3-0. So, your view on this one?
I think what I would say is our ladies, our Copper Queens, should not lose hope.
Yeah.
I'm personally proud of you, and in case you are watching me shaking Njakwa, Edgars is proud of you. And you just having a goalless game with Zimbabwe does not mean I should not trust you. I mean, and you're fine.
We are cheering you on. Zambia is cheering you on. Let's keep up with the spirit. This should not, make you feel any way. You are champions, and we as a country are proud of you.
Definitely.
Yes, you're still watching us live on ICU TV. We take a short break. Coming up, what's trending on social media.
The dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching the Monday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, and now we delve into something interesting. What's trending on social media? I know we are always glued to our phones, so we are always seeing what's going on. But what we have today, this morning, is President Hakainde Hichilema was on the Copper Belt, and he engaged with the students at Arthur Davis Stadium in Dola. Yes. Oh, yes, Kitwendeke. And the turnout from the students was very good. The Arthur Davis Stadium has a capacity of 20,000, and it was filled to capacity.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it was. I love the fact that my
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Njakwa, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
Sincere apologies for that, as it was due to a circumstance beyond our control technically, but surprisingly we've had it under our control. And just before we went on that break, we were talking about the president Hakainde, who was on the Copperpot province from Ndola to Kitwe, where Arthur Davis Stadium was filled to capacity.
Yes, Arthur Davis Stadium has a capacity of 20,000.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Njakwa, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick, where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
Trending now. What's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Erje, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Alrighty, this is the ICU TV's Breakfast Show Monday edition, and sincere apologies for that technical error once again. And we were still talking about the President Hakainde on the Copperpot in Kitwe at the Davis Stadium, which accommodates 20,000, and it was filled to capacity. The students from across the Copperbelt were there to just show support to the head of state.
And the president being the president, Sotsana.
It was quite an impressive moment.
It was.
And quite emotional to some degree. You know, I think it's the very first time in history, and I think the head of state even made mention of the fact that it has never been recorded in the history of Zambia.
No, it hasn't, and this was the first of its kind.
Exactly. The students were energetic. They were, you should hear the speeches.
They were, especially when he did the Sotsana. The whole stadium was,
It felt as though which should be the actual case. So the president just reaffirmed or reiterated the fact that he is one of them. He is our president. Despite being Gen Z's full of slogans, he is one of us, and it's a good one for us, the students.
Yes, I think this is the part we come to the end of our show. I mean, it's not my favorite part, but unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. You have been watching the Monday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show live on ICU TV, and you've been an amazing audience. I've been your host, Amina Mutambo.
And let me give a honorable shout out to the man who sits in my position, Mr. Eric E.J. Mwanamjende. Shout out to you, sir. And I think it's been, there are certain people whose seats are quite, big, and just sitting here right now, it's been something fulfilling. And he's on an assignment. He hasn't left you. He's on an assignment. He's a man of many hats. He's on an assignment, and he's definitely watching us right now. I have been Meshach in Njakwa. Edgars, do stay tuned and get interactive on our various social media platforms. And of course, our lunchtime news bulletin is coming at 12.
From me and Meshach, it's bye-bye.